This had better be good, Beast Man. I was in the middle of planning my next assault upon Castle Grayskull.
Oh, it's real good. See for yourself.
What I see is nothing, you mangy moron. What is it?
It's called the Shadow Beast.
With an army of these, I could easily take Grayskull.
Hello, kids and collectors. I'm your host, Crazy, and you're watching PowetToys. If you haven't guessed by now, I've gotten my hands on a Masters Universe Classics Shadow Beast, and I'll be sharing that with you all today. Shadow Beasts appeared in both the original Filmation Masters Universe series and the Mike Young production series from 2002. The Shadow Beast was first featured in the Filmation episode Teela's Quest, and they basically got in Teela's way very briefly.
A Shadow Beast? I'd hate to meet one of those monsters. The only thing these beasts fear is bright light, so... And now, back to business.
The Shadow Beast would go on to have another appearance in the episode A Beastly Sideshow as part of the Beastly Menagerie. Teela would have two encounters with the Shadow Beast during this episode, the first of which was during the sideshow performance.
And now, can beauty tame the savage beast?
Father, no! Good boy. You know I'm your friend, so please put me down, okay?
The second, when she made the wise decision to scale Snake Mountain.
Remember me? Teela! Don't worry. The Shadow Beast and I are old friends. Right, fella? That's it. Just put my friend down. He won't hurt you. Good boy.
Thanks, Teela.
Little attention was paid to the Shadow Beasts not liking light at all, as they are seen clearly out in the daytime in both of the aforementioned episodes. The Shadow Beasts are mostly purple and gray, with eye colors ranging from yellow to red. The purple looks a little brown to me, but I'm partially colorblind, so it's kind of hard for me to tell, or care really. The Shadow Beasts would get their very own episode in the 2002 series called Night of the Shadow Beasts. It did not involve Teela soothing a Shadow Beast in any way, but that's what fanfiction is for. The Shadow Beasts of the 2002 series were much larger and more gorilla-like than their Filmation predecessors. They had 2 horns, 5 fingers, and were a much deeper, darker color purple. The bio for this new MOTU Classics Shadow Beast actually says that they were created by Count Marzo as a weapon, but they were driven back by forces led by Prince Keldor and Prince Randor. They were pushed all the way back to Mount Barathrum, which happens to be right near Snake Mountain. I was pretty happy when Gygor here was revealed, because it meant that the Shadow Beasts wouldn't be far off, since they both have such similar body types. The Shadow Beast actually features new feet, new fists, and a new head. He also comes with this great giant club, which I really like, but I have 2 minor issues with. The first issue I have with the club is that it's heavy, mostly the weight. And the reason for that is the Shadow Beast is actually hollow. So he's pretty light. When you have him hold the club, you have to be very careful how he's holding it, otherwise he'll topple right over. So, you know, even just out like this is enough to topple him at certain points. There's no way he can hold that in position. You have to balance the weight just right so that he's not going to fall over. The second issue with the club that I have is basically me just being nitpicky. I really love how detailed it is, right down to the sculpting right in the face. I mean, you can see all the rings in the cross-section of the tree, which is fantastic. But the way a tree grows, I expect the base of the trunk to be the widest part, and it to get thinner as it goes up with branches coming out. But right here we have a branch coming out going down. And that's not the way a tree grows. But again, that's just me being nitpicky. When the Shadow Beast is holding it, it doesn't make much difference. Those are two pretty minor complaints though. At the end of the day, it still looks menacing in his hand, and that's all I really care about. The figure itself is actually pretty limited in articulation. He has swivel joints in the feet. He has cut hip joints that really limit the way you can pose his legs. You can get a good view of that. He has swiveling fists, hinged elbows, swivel at the bicep, and a ball joint on the arms. He's definitely most posable at the arms, and you can really do a lot with the arms. The head is a ball joint, but you only get swiveling action out of it because there's just too much blocking any upward movement, which is unfortunate, but the head still looks pretty great. As always, I just want to point out the incredible detail that's been sculpted into the figure. The Shadow Beast is pretty simple, but even then, there's still an incredible amount of detail just in the fur, in the face, the arms, every part of him. This line does not disappoint when it comes to sculpting. I would have liked it if this version of the Shadow Beast could be positioned like a gorilla or the 2002 version of the Shadow Beast. But in the end, that's not what this is. This is the classic version of the Shadow Beast, and it's an amazing likeness to it. The kid in me loves the heck out of this figure because of the size, the durability, and the play value. The collector in me loves the heck out of this figure because it's a troop builder, it's photogenic, and it looks great on display with my other figures. And now, for the naysayers, I have justification from the 2002 series of why this figure should be brown. Wait for it. Wait for it. There. Brown Shadow Beasts. There's your justification, and the case has been made. And now I think on that note, it's time to wrap things up. You can check out more toy news, musings, and links by following me on Twitter at PowetToys. Remember to like Powet on Facebook, and you can feel free to email me at crazy@powet.tv. This has been another PowetToys review. Remember kids, open your toys. How else will your evil toys stay in line?
Blast that He-Man! Oh well, at least I have the consolation of knowing the Palace of Eternia has been destroyed. Or is there something you'd like to tell me? Perhaps in the morning, then. Nighty-night. Don't let the Shadow Beasts bite.